Today, we are going to be introduced to the 5 types of text structures in informational text. Informational text is where authors use different ways to organize their ideas in writings. They can choose many different structures to achieve different goals and might even use more than one in the same passage. It's kind of like your body, it has a skeleton to give it a structure. Well, writing has a skeleton, it also has a structure. Text structure is how it is organized, and we are going to briefly cover the 5 different types. You have description, order and sequence, which is also called chronological. You have cause and effect, compare and contrast, and problem and solution. The first one we're going to talk about is description. This is where the author explains a topic, idea, person, place, or thing by listing a bunch of the characteristics, features, and examples. They focus on one thing or topic and is repeated throughout the whole text. You'll find that there are signal words and also a type of graphic organizer that will help you understand the type of text structure that they use. Some of the signal words that they use are, for example, in addition, it is, they are, specifically, for instance, such as, is like, looks like, sounds like, smells like, feels like, tastes like. They use a lot of detail to explain things. The second one we will look at is order and sequence, or also known as chronological. This is where the author will list items or events in a numerical or chronological order. It goes in date sequence or step sequence. It describes the order of events and how to do or make something. So you always have first, second, third, first, then next, finally. So some of these signal words are first, second, third, later, next, finally, after, before, lastly, then, during, when, and many more. Next, we have cause and effect. This is where the author will explain how one event will lead to another event. A cause is why something happens, while an effect is what happens as a result. You will see the cute little graphic organizer there, and some of the signal words that we will see are because, so, therefore, as a result, since, in order to, caused by, leads to, and then you see there's a long list of these as well. This is just a great reference to use. Then we also have compare and contrast. This is where the author explains 2 or more things that are alike and how they are different. You will see in the Venn diagram, they have 2 things where the similarities overlap and the differences are on the outside. Some of the signal words are however, yet, but, whereas, similarly, although, in contrast, in common, and then a few more to list as well. And finally, there is problem and solution. This is where the author states that there is a problem and will list one or more possible solutions to the problem and may even include pros and cons for the solution. Some of the signal words are because, so that, the issue is, then, due to the challenges, consequently, in order to solve, and then there's a few more. And as a final note, being able to recognize text structure has its advantages. You will be able to locate the main idea quickly, which we just covered how to find the main idea, the central idea, understand the author's purpose or why they wrote it. You'll be able to sum up the ideas from the text and explain what the text is all about. Go ahead and take a moment to glue a copy of your nonfiction text structure notes into your journal.